Yes, it is finally time for a Poppy Playtime Theory. The two sides of the same coin. I know that's a weird title, but like you'll understand what I mean. And Sleep Well we're covering first, and then The Wrong Side Out will be covered next. But I think they do have lore standpoints on the series. Also, YouTube, I like that you did that. I like you did that. That looks very cool. You see it? Can you hear us? It's gonna be me analyzing it.
Come along down with me.
This is definitely
You're not alone.
We see the lights are still working, so it was at least a couple of days after.
See the children they have each other, and each other is all they need.
And I'm gonna say this. I think this song is from Catnap's perspective. Because all the comics, like the only two comics out there go from characters' perspectives. I think this is from Catnap's perspective. And I think Wrong Side Out is obviously from the Prototype's perspective. Because it's weird that he says that is the children is all they need. I think it's him trying to convince himself is that they're all fine, kind of thing. Is we don't need anything else.
In the hour of joy in this paradise.
Oh shit, I never realized that. Even he knows this ain't a paradise. Because he's paradise. With quotation marks. He's saying paradise.
I thought
So he
about
doesn't even like it here either.
what could have been if we had never done the things we did. If we had realized all our sins.
That is a specific line. I think that's referring to the hour of joy. Is I wonder would it have been if we realized all our sin. I think that's him thinking, what if we never did the hour of joy? Because yeah, he refers to sins, which is religious thought. Well, also, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like he was Christian when he was alive. I'm sorry, I feel like Catnap was Christian. And this shit's weird to think about. I don't think this is random. Also, he's lighter than normal. He's like fucking gray. Okay, that's a weird texture mob, but this, I think, is how his cult was starting. He was doing like how Doeen did with Safe Haven, taking people in and all that. Explaining also why Huggy and Kissy's room were still like okay, and we see in like CG5 song, I think maybe even this one, we see her rubbing the painting, but also why we always see Huggy and Kissy down here in the song. That's where, well, not all the time. Seemed like at some point they left, including Huggy. Huggy to be a bodyguard, which I don't think he's pissed at Huggy. I feel like he's more pissed at Kissy because Kissy like left. She saw what the prototype was doing and was not okay with it. Also, it seems like he indoctrinated at the beginning. He indoctrinated the tiny toys, explaining why they're so. And that is like before the prototype even finished it. It seems like over time he was finishing it, because it doesn't have the runaway. We children have each other. I think that's also when the prototype was coming. And that, I either think that's a perspective of a scientist and he was killing them, or this is when people started leaving or not liking the prototype. And that's when he started killing the main smiling critters. Because he and also, I think these match with the cutouts a little bit. This is the jump. It doesn't look like we're jumping down. It looks like he's jumping at us. So I'm assuming Hoppy Hopscotch tried to get away too, and Catnap was not okay with that and fucking mauled him. And it seemed like Hoppy Hopscotch might have been alive after it, or like someone tried to leave with Bobby Bearhug and Bobby Bearhug got abandoned. But the prototype, not the prototype, Catnap didn't kill them because they said, "You're not gonna leave me this time." So someone was trying to leave with Bobby Bearhug, and when they planned to leave again, Bobby Bearhug got murdered. Rainicorn went insane. Hoppy Hopscotch tried to leave too, but it seems like this is either Bobby Bearhug's thing or Hopscotch. Because this doesn't seem like it's near any exit. Which Kickin' Chicken did try to leave through an exit and he was scared. But either the prototype or Catnap killed him for trying that. Maybe the elephant also got murdered too, because we don't really get that many context clues besides he remembers us. And he gets murdered, so maybe he was the one that abandoned Bobby Bearhug and got murdered alongside her. And this is definitely after. The blue eyes, I think, was like before the Hour of Joy when they all were let out, because her eyes are normal, but this bloodshot, she was blind. And they pissed him off because they definitely started leaving and it pissed him off. That is something that is a really big thing. Is he says, I think he started doubting the prototype, which also makes sense why the prototype killed him. He started doubting him. It is an artificial facade. So also it explains a little bit of the prototype's character. His acts are artificial. But it was an artificial facade, a fraud, saying the prototype is not a real god. And now we'll never wake up because we've torn apart. So he's saying we'll never leave this nightmare or this bad dream because all of us are separated, which actually makes sense why he worships the prototype. Because he wants a thing to unite people, and yes, he gets pissed. I'm not saying it's okay what he does. I'm just saying he gets pissed when people doubt him. Why Dog Day was massacred. But also, that makes sense too. And also, all we need is each other. thing is the toys. The reason why they follow him is because they are literally putting in their own mind to doubt their own disbelief of the prototype, which explains why the toys follow him, because they're literally going like, no, 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 all we need is each other. Same with the prototype, is being like, all they need is each other. And this is obviously during the Hour of Joy, but it also seems you're going to see in both songs, every big mascot was leading an army, because you could even see Mommy Longlegs right there, and him right there. Here, right there. But yeah, Kissy Missy and Huggy lived down here, which also explains how she got back here. If she knew where to go. That is also something I don't really know. Is when I dream, is we all fall. That also probably explains why he does the gas. He's trying to, like, get them on drugs so they'll sleep. Now sleep, sleep, now dream, dreams. It's a way of him to basically get them high where they don't have to live in this shitty reality. But then Bloom, when Playtime sprouts, Playtime, which is probably a massacre or actual literally playtime because they're all children. And yeah, that's also probably what he wanted to do, is people to come along and go to sleep here. And this is definitely at the beginning, because all these critters that were destroyed in Poppy Playtime are perfectly fine here. So this is definitely like days after the Hour of Joy. But this is also when he started building his cult, and when Kissy Missy and Huggy were a part of it. It says leave here without a trace. Again, probably referring to dreaming. Is them dreaming and leaving this reality without a trace. Life in the shadows isn't much. It's better than living in a cage. And that is also another thing I'm thinking why he keeps convincing himself the prototype is a god. Because he's saying the shadows isn't much, being in here isn't much, but it's better than what it was before. Can you see us? Can you hear us? I think that's also during the Hour of Joy, or maybe it seems to Poppy, maybe, that they actually found her and the prototype grabbed her, put her in there. But it seems like that's what they were also probably screaming at them. Is they're finally like, can you see us? Can you hear us? It's like, hey, we're not going to be silenced. Can you see us? Can you hear us? Artificial facade from the thought of a god, all due to the path that we try. And this is definitely, I feel like, after, or maybe, I don't know. We just wanted to hear, but now we're in misery, and now we'll never wake up. See, that's definitely during the Hour of Joy, because she's been crying. And it seems like he's looking at the grab pack he took from us. Because he did take the blue hand, I think, or was it the red hand? And this also explains she got scared hearing all the murders, ran. She started out in the case, ran and hid. The owner probably saw the Mrs. Delight killing people, and the prototype found her and put her in the case. And this is definitely after the hour of joy, because look, his teeth are bare. He just stopped a while ago, stopped murdering people. But we know people survive days after still. Because Preston, the prototype's favorite scientist, was still alive, same with the other girl. So this is the down, but they're still searching for other scientists. But also, this is not what I'm going to show you.
You. Just you. Building your app.
Not.
Describe it.
And this, I'm going to also get what I think. Wrong side out.
I need us a home from what was once a prison, so we could share my vision. Thank me, dear, for paradise.
And it's not in quotation marks. He thinks this is a paradise. He doesn't really live what they live.
And in the hour of joy, don't bite the hand that feeds you, child.
And also, you could see how persuasive he really is he takes care of the tiny toys like. But also, I think there might have been some rebellion during the hour of joy that we're seeing what he was doing as fucked up. But also, he could be referring to Poppy, because in CG5's song, he destroys a cardboard cutout of that. So he offered for her to be his right-hand man during the hour of joy, and she said flat out probably, fuck no, what you're doing is horrible. And she ran, and it pissed him off, and he was trying to find her, and when he did, he put her in the case.
Do I have to fix you? 'Cause once I do, you'll never die.
And that is something weird. He says, do I have to fix you? So he sees as when they're misbehaving as something to fix. Except Poppy, he kept the same.
I can make you better. I can make you right.
And yeah, he sees the toys as broken. Because he says, I can make you better, I can make you right.
Maybe now you'll see reason from the wrong side.
So he doesn't kill the people that disobey him, he fixes them. Quotation marks, fix them. He literally fucks up their bodies.
I gave us new life through animation.
Yeah, and that's also talking about that, where he reanimates their dead corpses. And yeah, he's talking about Poppy. That's why he's trying to fix her, quotation mark. Is so, and then and it seems like, yeah, he was legit reviving them and lost in the way. Which I'll stitch you. Which is him not referring to him fixing them, but him referring to them feeling freedom inside this cage or shadows. Which the toys want freedom, they want to leave. Even kind of wants to still leave. and it's kind of fucked up. He took on what Elliot Ludwig did. Because Elliot Ludwig put the toys in the box that killed them, and Elliot Ludwig also put Poppy in the box, but he's doing the exact same thing. It seems like he also did it to the children, because you could hear its children screaming, "Don't put me in the box." He's using their trauma to make them so they'll behave. And this is definitely during the Hour of Joy, because he doesn't have the arms, but he's leading an army of tiny kids.
You can't burn down all that we are or turn around. This is the start of my immortal perfection, and I'm your guide.
And it seems like that's probably why he's doing it like that. Also, I'm betting the exit is in Prototype's lair. But he says you can't burn down what we are or turn around. This is the start of saying this is the start of his plan of my immortal perfection, and I'm your god.
I can make you better. I can make you right, baby, now.
And this is, we actually finally get to see. And he's saying, like, that's also why he imprisons them, so they'll see reason, as he says.
You'll see reason from the wrong side. I'll stitch you together.
Because he doesn't have arms.
You get lost in the light, baby, now. You'll feel freedom from the wrong side.
Yeah, but this is definitely in his lair, because you could see sunlight. Which we did. And he said, "Tell me who I am." But it seems like, yeah, he really much... This is also how he kept everyone away. But yeah, he sees himself as a god, he has a big ass ego, but also he's scared to be alone. Why he surrounds himself with other people. That's definitely before. No, that's definitely before he put her in the case, because look. That. Her eyes aren't bloodshot.
You can't burn.
Even Catnap was. Dowie was there! Dowie! Motherfucking Dowie? Okay, now it makes sense. Over time, they thought he was a good ruler at first. But then, you know, all that. Which we know how this ends. The Catnap worships him by making an altar just like this. Kissy and Huggy join him. That's Boxy Boo, which I hope he's still alive so we see him. That's Kissy. Not Kissy. Yeah. Mommy Longlegs. Dowie also worshipped him too at one point.
Down all that we are or turn around. This is the start of my immortal perfection, and I'm your guide.
That's fucking weird to think about. Dowie was even on his side at one point, showing how good a manipulator he is.
I can make you better. I can make you right, baby, now.
It seems like this is
See
all
reason from the wrong side.
because it has the same lights, so it's near his lair.
I'll stitch you together, and you'll get lost in the light, baby, now. You'll feel freedom from the wrong side.
Okay, motherfucker, the captions are trying to... But, dude... That's so weird to think about, even though he was a part of it. But, yeah... I think if he got adopted by someone else, Prototype would have had a better ending than what he's probably gonna get in Poppy Playtime. Because I feel like... Also, you could do something really fucked up and have it where we abandon him. Like, we don't kill him, we break him down until he's literally nothing but a body and everyone else leaves. Except him. Him screaming at them to come back as he fucking... That would be fucked up to do to the Prototype. And I would feel a little bit bad, but also not at the exact same time because he's done horrible shit to other people. But, like, he's still a kid at heart. And that the reason why was most likely because he was being abused twice. Because he said, hit me with hammers. Which either was referring to the scientist who was fucked up or his parents. So it seems like he has a lot of issues. And I hope he didn't get abused as a kid. So I feel less sorry for him. Because I know he's going to have a bad end. But guys, if you like this theory, make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below stuff, share with friends, family, and bye-bye.